Double Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, heavyweights, right? And I got some kind of bad news, I think it is. You know, we had the Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury fight. You know, controversial ending for some, right? And so people want to see the rematch. You know, they've been traveling, doing interviews, and people hyped about seeing the rematch, right? But I got some news where I think the rematch is in a bit dire straits. It's jeopardy, put it like that. It's jeopardy. I don't know if we're going to see the rematch because of the mindset that we have right now. Ben Davison, the trainer of your boy Tyson Fury, is saying, hey, shoot, I would like to see the Deontay Wilder versus Joshua fight, right? See who, wins that fight, and then we'll fight the winner. That's what the camp was thinking, right? Because then we're in trouble, right? And that's entitlement. What it is there's a moral victory there. And I've heard this from another uploader too, because normally I come straight at y'all, but I have heard this opinion before too. I have the same opinion. This moral victory, right? Because you come into a fight and you think you won the fight, but you got a draw, and then that's good enough. No, it shouldn't be. It should be like, nope, I'm gonna go in here and beat the champion. It's the champion, and we have a fight. I'm more marked up. I got off the canvas twice, right? And so I want to be better than that. That's what he should be thinking, right? So that is a big problem if he's thinking already. I've won the fight because I got a moral victory. I know Andre Ward wasn't thinking like that after he beat Kovalev the first time, right? They forced him to fight him. Andre Ward didn't get that courtesy, barely beating somebody, right? Deontay Wilder, if he's the champion, he wasn't running. Anybody that watches that fight, I encourage you to watch it in different languages. Other countries had Deontay winning the fight. It's very hard to lose a fight after you knock somebody down twice. What you're basically saying here is, I watched the whole fight, and Deontay Wilder didn't win 2 rounds. Because the other ones he won with 10-8 rounds. So he didn't win 2 rounds. Shoot, I gave him 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 was tied, 8 was tied. It was a lot of those things of rounds in there, right? It depends on what you're looking at. Depends on how the perception is. Before the fight, Deontay Wilder must be highly respected. You got to know how much respect he has to have if a guy with more experience, that's taller, 50 pounds heavier, longer arms, lineal champ, right? If that guy with all those advantages is celebrated by throwing a couple of jabs and hit him with a left right twice in the fight, right? Basically hitting himself and fainting the whole fight, which is great. But is that enough to take the championship, right? If that's enough, then y'all must really think that's awesome to throw these punches at this little skinny old dude that's 209 pounds. To be able to throw the punches and that's it. And you don't dominate this guy, right? In the meantime, some of them jabs that he's hitting, those left, right, miss the right, and hits them with the left on the way out, have to be counted. A lot of those rounds, you got to make sure, even Tyson Fury throwing punches, it was being celebrated. If he landed, it was definitely being celebrated. Deontay Wilder was landing, it wasn't. America for you, right? The thing is, that's how it was perceived. So basically, let's make sure this is also clear. Deontay Wilder needs some props, right? Because people try to act like he's nobody, but you got a moral victory by basically standing up to the end, right? There was no domination there. And so that's what you got to do when you got to look at it. But everybody's not crazy about that, And, I'm thinking about other fights where, what a fighter where people thought that the aggressor could have won. Back way in the day, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, right? Sugar Ray, in my opinion, I thought he done enough to win. Marvin Hagler was coming forward, but shoot, you're real middleweight. What else is Marvin Hagler was going to do? But if you're getting countered and hit, then I had Sugar Ray barely winning that fight, right, back in the day. Now, you got to think about it. Sugar Ray wasn't down, though, twice. If Sugar Ray was down twice, he wasn't winning that fight. Not even close. So I don't know how much domination everybody act like they saw with Tyson Fury, but I just say go back and watch Tyson Fury Wilder, turn the stuff off, and imagine that Deontay Wilder is a nobody. So you can really have a perception there like, hey, well, everything that this guy's doing is awesome, and what this guy's doing, we're barely seeing it, right? Those are things that I would say, because sometimes we forget that. If you're thinking about it, think about, wow, actually Tyson Fury got, he's supposed to win the fight. Was Deontay Wilder in trouble, wobbled? When was it? When was the domination? A couple of jabs maybe, or left, right, that might have landed at the same time the other jab landed. That's all we have there for a fight that you win, that the title changes hands because you told him that much better. It wasn't all that. And that's why Tyson Fury should want a rematch. And here's another thing about Deontay Wilder. Sometimes we say, back in the day, hey man, he ain't fought nobody. He's supposed to go fight Povetkin. Right? Fight Povetkin. It was a long time people were saying that. He signs to fight the man. Goes to England, training in England, about to go to Russia so he can get the time together. Povetkin's doped. That means he fought the man. His intentions were there to fight him. I didn't see nobody come back then and say, hey man, you shoot. Wilder, man, hey, he was there. No, they was like, well, why is Povetkin doped? And he's not really doped. Wilder should fight him anyway, which he would have. Okay, no props there. Louis the Real King Kong on the team's the same thing. Wilder ain't beat nobody. Forgets the burn and all that stuff. Fight Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz. He's not even in his sanctioned body. He's in someone else's sanctioned body. But okay, he should fight him because he's dangerous. So he does that, even though the man was doped, and does that. He didn't hear after that, hey, that was awesome to go do that. Now, well, listen, I probably don't like the man, but respect. Not hearing too much of that, right? Just refused to be fair to the guy. So that wasn't nothing in it. After that, how old is he? Right? Then all of a sudden, how much age he is. Now I'm hearing that because AJ said something to him. And now I'm hearing that, oh, it's going to be age. How old was he after that? After Deontay Wilder fought him? At first, he was the boogeyman. He was the main man. He still is, to be honest with you. But then, after the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight, a lot of pundits and very good fighters were saying, shoot, Deontay Wilder's not going to want that work. That's what they say. Not going to want that work anymore. That's, he saw, he was exposed as, not a great fighter. He was exposed. I mean, you're being exposed by somebody who's the very best heavyweight, as some people saying. So that means he's not even allowed to lose to a guy that's 50 pounds more than him, right? Taller than him, longer than him, and more experienced than him. He's not allowed to not lose to that guy, for example, or he's exposed. He's not allowed to have a good fight against that guy and knock him down twice because he's been exposed. So what the hell does Deontay Wilder have to do to the guy? He has to knock him out and knock him out early. And if he does that, then Tyson Fury was just coming back from a layoff. So he wasn't winning anyway. But the point is, he said that's all he wants to fight is Tyson Fury after that fight. Because we should decide who really won the fight. So that what you like to be hearing right now is respect to the young man. That's what you need to be hearing. Right? So, but back to the point, Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 2 is in jeopardy because I think that Tyson Fury has got himself a little moral victory and they might start feeling entitled over there. If that happens, that fight might not happen. Let's hope we're wrong about this one. Doma Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.